last night was the 899th episode of WWE's flagship program, Monday Night Raw. So I'm back once again with another Raw review. Started off, Sheamus gets in the ring and he cuts a promo on all the spoiled little brats in the audience. He walks over to the front row and the first kid he gets to, he says, "Why do you deserve to come and see me, eh, kid? Why do you deserve to come and see me? I bet you've never done anything in your life. I bet Daddy just bought you these tickets." Then he goes to the next kid and he says, I bet you cried in the corner till your parents got you what you wanted." And all the kids in the front row, they're hating this promo, and like the parents of these kids who are stood next to him, they're visibly riled up. So this was great heel heat to start the show off for Sheamus. Then he gets in the ring, email from the general manager. Michael Cole gets on his little plinth and he says, right, the general manager says he likes you, Sheamus, and that he's going to bring out a throne for you to come and sit on at the top of the stage, and the reason for this is that I want you to pick your opponent for Night of Champions. So Sheamus goes and he sits on that little throne for the entire show. First match, it's Edge versus R-Truth. Average match, no, nothing great, nothing bad, just, you know, middle ground kind of match. Edge gets the win. Then he cuts a little promo on Sheamus, basically saying, "You've not done anything until you've beaten a 9-time champion like me," trying to goad Sheamus into picking him for the Night Champions match. Next up, Jericho Khali. Jericho gets the win. Dire match, pretty much. You know, Jericho carried it. Khali was Khali. What can you say about him? Then Jericho cuts a promo on Sheamus. Next up, you've got Melina versus Jillian for the Divas title. Melina successfully defends the title belt. A lot of her acrobatics were displayed in this match, which I liked. After that, Lay Cool got on the big screen and they cut a promo on Melina saying that they're going to be at Raw next week because it's their 900th ever episode, and they've got an offer for her that she cannot refuse. So I'm thinking it might be a Divas title versus Women title match. I don't think that they are going to combine the two titles, because they've only just brought out the Divas title like a year ago or something like that. So it's a bit early to like unify it. I'd like them to unify it because I don't think we need two women's singles titles, but still, I don't think they're going to do it. They're probably just going to have like a singles match, or maybe Lay Cool versus Melina and a friend of her choosing, and it'll end up being Trish Stratus or Lita or someone like that will come back, because it's the 900th episode. They might do something special like that. Then Miz promo in the back, and I think they're turning him face, if I'm being honest, because again, this was another promo from the Miz where I was watching thinking, I sympathise with what he's saying here, and now I don't like the Miz personally. I think I don't have any time for him as a wrestler, but still, while he was cutting this promo, I was sort of thinking, this is a face promo, this is a promo that a face would cut, because he basically said, I wanted to join the WWE team at SummerSlam, then John Cena wouldn't let me, then he didn't even tell me that he wasn't going to choose me and that he was going to choose Daniel Bryan, and I could have easily cashed in my title shot against Sheamus, but I didn't. I was loyal to WWE, and then they screwed me over. So I could see what he was saying there, basically. Then it was Miz versus Cena. Miz won by DQ, and Daniel Bryan came out and attacked Miz. A thing that I found a bit strange about this match, it was a good match if I'm being honest. Let me first and foremost say that Cena versus Miz, who would have thought it would be an actual good match, like a decent 3 to 4 star match in my opinion. I have different opinions on how I rate matches to other people. Other people only will give high matches to indie matches and stuff like that, but I'm quite open. If it's entertaining on the scale of 1 to 5, then I'm going to give it a higher level, aren't I? If it is entertaining, but whatever. Yeah, the thing I found weird about this was when Bryan obviously attacked Miz, nothing wrong with that. He throws him back in the ring. Referee calls to the bell. Now, after the bell's rung, Cena has Miz up on his shoulders, and for a face, you'd expect Cena to just drop Miz to the mat and just think, you know what, bell's rung, I'm not going to do it. But he doesn't. He FUs him, and he actually attacks him after the bell by doing this FU, and that made me think that's a bit of a heelish move from Cena. I know that's not what they're trying to portray probably, but still, that's what it made me think of Cena. And then afterwards, Bryan gets a crossface on Miz, and Miz taps out like a bitch until the referees come down and sort of push Bryan off. Next off, we had a fantastic tag team match. Vladimir Kozlov, no, it wasn't fantastic, it was shit. Vladimir Kozlov and Santino against the Usos. Kozlov and Santino got the win, and then they did a little bit where Tamina was flirting with Santino. Got no time for that. Next up, triple threat match. Orton beats John Morrison and Ted DiBiase in a highly predictable match. It was entertaining. 3 out of 5 I'd give it, 3-star sort of match. But it was just so predictable the way that as soon as I saw John Morrison about to leap off the top rope towards Orton, I just knew Orton was going to hit the RKO, get the pin, and then I knew Ted DiBiase was going to get an RKO after the match. It's the same thing they did the other week, was it? Orton, Edge and Jericho. It was a really good triple threat match a few weeks ago that they did, and they did pretty much the exact same thing then. So yeah, really predictable, but it was a good match nonetheless. Then Sheamus comes out and he says, "Do you know what, fella?" That was a rubbish Irish accent. Why did I do that? I don't know. Anyway, he comes out and says, "Do you know what, fella? I'm not going to defend the title at Night of Champions. I'm going to defend it tonight, and I've come up with a guy. It's someone who I'm going to give an opportunity to." And out comes Zack Ryder. Sheamus beats him in like 2-3 seconds. Then he gets on the mic and he says, "I've done my research, and you only have to defend your title once every 30 days. I wish Miz had done his research, because he's not defended that fucking US title for about 5 years. By the way, Miz and Daniel Bryan definitely going to happen at Night of Champions, isn't it? For the US title. Not sure if they're going to put the title on Bryan just yet though. Unsure. Maybe Miz will screw him out of it and they'll carry it on to the next pay-per-view. So yeah, Sheamus comes out and says, "I don't need to defend the title for 30 days now, so I'm going to take the next pay-per-view off. In fact, I'm going to take the next 30 days off. Visit Ireland, visit my family, get a car, you know, drive around, have a bit of fun." Wade Barrett comes out and says, "Do you know what? I won season 1 of NXT." Sheamus is like, "So what?" Barrett says, "Well, I have a title shot for any pay-per-view that I choose, and I'm going to cash it in. Night of Champions, it's me against you." Then you would get an email from the general manager, and he says, "Do you know what, Sheamus? You were talking about giving people an opportunity when you give Zack Ryder this chance. I'm going to give 4 people an opportunity. At Night of Champions, it's going to be Sheamus and Barrett in a 6-pack challenge with 4 other guys, and they are Edge, Jericho, Orton, and Cena." My opinion, I would have popped to this if I was just watching it then, but obviously, if you see my other videos, you know that I've seen the spoilers, so I knew this match was going to be announced anyway. But when this comes, I think this has the the potential to be a fantastic match. You know, 6-pack challenge. You've got 6 different guys. You can easily work this so that guys do a few little spots each in the match, and then it works out so that no one gets too overused, but still the match is fully action packed, so we end up getting a great match. So yeah, that should be a fantastic main event at Night of Champions. Now my next video, I've been watching Starrcade 83, which is the first ever wrestling pay-per-view to my knowledge, and I think I'm gonna review that once I've watched it. I'm not too sure, because I don't think that many people want to really hear about Starrcade 83. It's like almost 30 years ago now, yeah. People aren't really interested in 5 years ago, never mind 30 years ago. So yeah, I don't think I might do that, I'm not too sure. It depends how I feel after watching it, depends how good the show is, because I've never seen it before. I've only seen the first match so far. First 2 matches, first match was shit, second match was average. That's pretty shit actually, but average for that time, I suppose. Anyway, that is my review of Raw. It was an okay show. If you've not seen it, then I don't really recommend you check it out, because you're not missing much. If you heard my video, then you know everything that happened, and you're not missing any great in-ring action. So yeah, that's that, and I'll be back within a few days, I suppose, with another video. With that, I'm out. See you later.